I'm KTC's Jon Carrere, and it's a true Southwest Louisiana send-off for National Guard soldiers as they set to deploy for Iraq. A two-parish-wide vaccination took place today. With KTC's Jon Carrere coming up, I'll tell you where we were and why parents are now changing their minds about vaccinating their kids. According to the shop's owner, whoever broke in tried to get through the front door first, but the problem was there was a deadbolt lock here on this door. So what they did was they came around to the side of the shop and they broke in here through a double plexiglass plated window. A robbery at a Eunice Veterinary Hospital leaves a dangerous drug on the streets of St. Landry Parish. And before a family had a chance to lay their loved one to rest, they were taken away from them. According to school officials, there were kids playing over here by the trailer. One of them then kicked the ball underneath the trailer, noticed there was a gun, then went and told the teacher. The teacher then took the gun to the office. Thousands of people come out today on the biggest shopping day of the year, the last Saturday before Christmas. The New Orleans Saints are 2 days away from completing their best regular season in team history. And unlike in years past, Devery Henderson has played a key cog in the Saints' engine. We caught up with Devery to talk to him earlier this week.
Going into training camp and preseason and everything, looking at the team and the character and everything, I always said, we're going to do something good this year.
Henderson has racked up 50 catches for nearly 800 yards and 2 touchdowns. But his biggest improvement this season has been coming through in the clutch. Through 15 games, he's only dropped the ball 4 times, making him one of Drew Brees' new favorite targets.
Just have to be ready. Run your route, get open, and 9 times out of 10, if you get open, it's a good chance you're going to get the ball.
But way before he donned the black and gold, he was a proud Bayou Bengal. Any self-respecting LSU fan surely remembers what Henderson did in one of his last games as a Tiger.
As time expires, lets it fly. Oh my goodness! Touchdown LSU!
And he's more than sure no miracles will be needed against Joe Paterno and the Nittany Lions.
I just don't see Penn State beating them, and but still, no, they got to go out there and play the game and do the necessary things to win.
Despite a few hiccups, Henderson says he more than approves of what his former team was able to accomplish this season.
Anytime, they lose 2 or 3 games, it's not a bad season. I look at it, young guys out there, them guys playing hard.
Now, Henderson is one of a handful of players in the NFL who played high school, college, and pro ball in their home state. He's a Louisiana football player through and through. That's it for me. We're going to send it back to Hugh at the Station Bar and Grill. Hugh? Trees toppled over onto homes. Christmas presents scattered amongst broken branches. Even a trampoline bounced by the storm.
I mean, there was just debris flying all over the place. I mean, I got a bunch of damage to my home. It's just unbelievable.
Once the dust settled, this is what people walked out of their front doors to see. No time was wasted before repairs started. Damage that ranged from minor to extensive gave some homes priority over others.
A bunch of friends and family trying to help them. Some of us got lucky, some of us didn't.
In the group of those who were unlucky, Brandy and Charlie Freed. Their home, one of the worst damage, is where most of the recovery efforts started.
It's not a good Christmas for them, but thank God nobody was hurt that I know of seriously.
Down the street, Jonathan Dana was sleeping when his wife woke him up.
And by the time I made it to the bathroom, I mean, it was over with, and as you can see, everything's gone.
Dana says there was one thing that gave him hope. Just like at the Freed home, he didn't have to go it alone.
It's just amazing the support that we have, friends, family, the sheriff department's out here, the Crowley police, the chief is here. It's just unreal, it really is.
It's been one big game of whodunit in Jennings, Louisiana.
A lot of rumors are that the police are doing it.
That's what everybody says that.
Someone that could cover up their steps.
Since the murders, the fingers have been pointed towards law enforcement in the area, at least from people in town.
People are going to feel one way or the other. We don't control that. We're doing everything in our power to make sure that we haven't left anybody out.
Jeff Davis Parish Sheriff Ricky Edwards says cotton swab testing has been a common practice in his department for the past year. On file, DNA samples from every deputy, including the sheriff himself.
The ones that respond and so forth, you would be able to rule their DNA or so forth out of potential evidence.
But can the swabs wipe away the bad taste people have for law enforcement in Jeff Davis Parish?
It would be an ease because, that they didn't do it.
Assuming they have solid DNA evidence, already on file, I think it would.
The testing is being conducted outside the sheriff's office by both the Southwest Louisiana and the Louisiana State Police crime labs. An urn containing the remains of James Elder Sr. was stolen late Friday night. The urn was being held at Dupuy Memorial in Opelousas. James Elder Jr. was on vacation when he learned what happened.
I was shocked. I was like numb. I thought it was a bad joke or something. Who would do something like that? It just didn't make any sense.
Elder says he and his family had plans to lay his father to rest on Thursday.
I'd love to think that somebody out there is going to have mercy on us and do the humane thing and call and help us so that we can get him back.
According to the shop's owner, whoever broke in tried to get through the front door first, but the problem was there was a deadbolt lock here on this door. So what they did was they came around to the side of the shop and they broke in here through a double plexiglass plated window.
I feel for the family. I feel for myself. I'm just kind of devastated. I've never, ever had anything like this happen before.
Prescott Dupuy, the shop's owner, says the familiar sight of scattered papers and kicked down doors is nothing new. He says usually people only break in for everything else that was stolen from them, computer monitors and a high-end camera.
The rest of the stuff is immaterial. We can replace it, we can fix it, we can do this, but I cannot replace the remains of this person.
Getting things started this week is La Hacienda Mexican restaurant located at 5693 I-49 South Service Road. Their last inspection was June 29th. Health inspectors say they found 0 critical violations, making them this week's Sabon Restaurant Award winner. Next, New Cresswell Lane Restaurant, whose last inspection was August 25th. Inspectors say they found 32 total violations, 9 critical. They say food packaging was not in good condition, putting the exposed food at risk of contamination. Raw meats were not separated to prevent cross-contamination, and health inspectors say at the time of the inspection, roaches were present in the restaurant. Lastly, Crawfish Corner, located at 1206 South Union Street. Their last inspection was August 18th. Health inspectors found 17 total violations, 7 critical. Inspectors say raw meats were not separated to prevent cross-contamination. They also found both flies and roaches present in the restaurant.